For many years in Canada, the regulatory bodies that govern licensed professionals have been abusing their authority and using their power to censor politically incorrect speech and to infuse education and training with woke ideology. For example, Dr. Jordan Peterson was subjected to disciplinary proceedings by the Ontario College of Psychologists. In British Columbia, nurse Amy Ham was found guilty by the BC College of Nurses and Midwives of professional misconduct because she stated on Twitter the scientific fact that there are only two sexes. A nurse in Saskatchewan, Leah McInnes, was subjected to disciplinary proceedings because she publicly expressed her opinions about the mandatory vaccination policies some years ago. In British Columbia, teacher Jim McMurtry was fired from his job for questioning the false narrative that there are 215 Aboriginal children buried at the Kamloops Indian Residential School. In Ontario, a teacher by the name of Amy McKay is being threatened with the loss of her license to teach based on opinions that she expressed on Twitter against transgender ideology. So it's high time for every province in Canada to rein in these ideologues who are abusing their authority. And it's not just free speech, it's also that these regulators use what would otherwise be legitimate requirements for education and training in order to enter a profession. They infuse that with neo-Marxist ideas like equity, diversity, inclusion, or so-called anti-racism training, or so-called cultural competence indoctrination. For example, lawyers in Alberta cannot practice law unless they take a course about Aboriginal issues created by the Law Society of Alberta called The Path. And so you have to subject yourself to ideological training and indoctrination as a condition for practicing law in the province of Alberta. Now, in Alberta, the Smith government should be applauded for being the first provincial government in Canada to come out with legislation to address this huge problem with Bill 13, the Regulated Professions Neutrality Act. This will apply to over 40 regulated professions in Alberta. So, lawyers, doctors, teachers, nurses, accountants, engineers, on and on and on. They can no longer censor what their members might say on Twitter. So you should be allowed to express your views and not lose your free speech rights just because you've happened to have become a doctor or an engineer or a teacher. Bill 13, the Regulated Professions Neutrality Act, is also going to clip the wings of these regulators and make it much harder, if not impossible, for them to use education and training as vehicles for promoting neo-Marxist ideas like equity, diversity, and inclusion. So we're off to a very good start in Alberta. Some lawyers say that Bill 13 does not go far enough. Maybe it doesn't, but it is a fantastic start to addressing what has become a very serious problem in every province. I'm John Carpay. Thanks for listening. And if you live in Alberta, check out our website, www.jccf.ca, and there is a letter that you can sign to encourage the MLAs in Alberta to vote in favor of Bill 13.